Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this episode, we're mostly going to be styling our project. So let's go ahead, fire this up. Now, let's see what we got. We got our card component, we got our products, and we got some on our nav bar. So I'd say let's start with our navigation bar. So go into pages. Where was it? Shared layout. Okay, cool. Now, with Bulma, you can literally go on their site with the documentation. Easy as that. I tend to not remember this stuff because honestly, you don't need to. You can just copy paste it. So, why would you remember this? Specifically, the navigation bar that I tend to copy. So, go to Bulma documentation components navbar, and let's remove the sign up and login. Just the middle bit. We'll keep the navbar item though. Feel like I'll need that, and let's remove the navbar. Yeah, let's move all this stuff and keep one item here. Okay, so the burger brand we want to keep, I'll keep the image here just because later on you can place your own. So let's go ahead and start taking our stuff here, and let's actually, we're not going to need much here actually. So admin page, you don't want to link to the admin page. Maybe you would like to put that at the what's it called, at the bottom of the page. But for now, let's put the sign in here, and let's do an if statement, and user identity is authenticated. We want to display a logout button. So if the user is authenticated, let's display the logout button. Bops. Else, let's display this button here. Nice. And admin panel. Yeah, I guess if the user is authenticated, let's actually display it here though at the start. And let's put this here. And same, let's transfer this navbar item class to these links. And let's remove the divs. Cool. Let's refresh this. Cool, so we get a little sign in. Admin password. Okay, back to main. See, we get an admin and two. Alright, so there's no text here. So admin. And let's remove this here. Cookie partial, and we can keep that. So there we go. So if we want to go to the admin page, we can. And the sign now button is there. Now, let's do something about these products. Let's actually go into more or less mobile view. That will do. One thing is they provide a script here as well. And copy this, take it, and we can put this on our site.js. And that's it. Don't need to stress too much, and yeah, refresh this, and you can control it like so. So really, you can do this with Vue if you have a more of a single page application, but you don't. So copying this code will do just fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and style our products a little bit. Gonna go ahead, delete these images. I'm gonna add an image here, one that I have, and again, just get any old image, and that we can just use. So let me see. I'll just take this one. Cool. So I have an item. Once I have an item, close these pages, and let's go to our index page. Okay, so a really good component that can go for this is a card component. Okay, so this is what a card component can look like, and let's pretty much just copy this, and for each of them, let's render one. So I would like to remove this media content element, and this content we can keep it, but remove everything inside. And the card, let's change it to a link, and let's put our URL here, and let's place our image here. Okay, and let's copy this out, and let's see what it looks like now. Okay, so I'd say not too bad. A little bit too big, but we can fix that. So let's go ahead and make something like a header dot title. And let's put the name here of the product. Actually, let's make this into a paragraph, and let's make another paragraph, call it subtitle, and we can put the description here. And actually, I think I'd want the value here. Yeah, guys, as I said before, I'm not much of a designer, and this is pretty much doing it as I'm going along. So let's remove this. Let's again refresh this. Cool. And now what I want to do is let's make a div, and let's wrap this in this div, and I want to use columns. All right. So columns is pretty much a container that that gives you a row of 12. So I'm gonna split these into rows of 12. So one of these cards will have to be a row, and let's go ahead. I'll place this here and give it a class of column, and it's going to be so I want 4 per row on desktop and above, and I want 6 on mobile. Okay, and we have to, so another thing you can do for testing, let's make another for loop, and we'll use an integer I, and so we'll create some multiple products, so 5 of them, and increment, and let's just put this bracket here at the end. So now we can have a feel for multiple products. So refresh this, so you can see that they're bleeding out into there somewhere. And to fix that, you'll have to use is multi-line. Okay, that's all right. It looks good already, you know, professional website. And let's actually use 3 on desktop. Alright, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So something weird happens there. That's alright, we'll fix that in a bit. And let's see what we get here. Got some padding. Let's reduce the size of the title. Is size, the higher you go, the smaller it is, so I will go for 7 for now. That's too small. 6. Whoop. Okay, getting better. 5. I'll take it. I'll remove the dash even. And I feel like the space here is not needed. So let's go to our application, products, get products, and let's fix this. Probably need to do the same here. Cool. Let's close these. Run this again. Some kind of problem with the refreshing. Okay. There we go. I think I'm not getting a shadow. So what if I have a div? Okay. There we go. One thing though, you can see our cards. They're sort of dying out on the top there. So let's wrap these in a link. And put our link here. Okay, make sure this still works. Cool. We can add, you can see we can add buttons. We can be like, press buy now, but I'll just keep it like this. Let's go ahead and just give this section. Cool. All right. So just to put a little bit more padding and to give some space there, so we can what's it called? Yeah, just to have some space so we can see this top shadow. I don't know. That looks kind of alright. Let's see how it looks if we go down. Okay. So something's happening here. So I'm assuming this is on tablet. So let's fix that. I want this for tablet. Refresh. Okay, there we go. So 4, 3, and okay. So if your columns don't work on mobile, you have to specify that it is a mobile. It is mobile as well. And there we go. Cool. So responsive shop. Let's see what it looks like on mobile. Cool. Your regular old, your regular old shop. Yeah, man. Looks nice. I'd buy this. I'd buy this t-shirt. All right, so let's go into our product page, and let's spice this up. And where's our product page? Let's create a new. Let's create a div with class hero, and give it a hero body. I think this is one of those Bulma elements I actually know how to make, because I tend to make them quite a bit. Container and columns is 6, and I want 2 of these. Okay, and on the side here, I want a figure dot image is 1 by 1, and let's stick this image in here as well. By the way, these images, if you watch the blog post where I show you how to handle images, you can easily incorporate them into this program. I don't want to step over that functionality. I'll probably do this episode again sometime, but make it a little bit more explainable and how to pack it into a library and how to import it into your projects, so you don't have to repeat this process of writing this code again and again. You can have your own set of libraries where you can basically do your stuff. Okay, so hero body, nice container columns, and this guy has 0 of everything. Let's try a different 4 by 3. Let's remove this thing. Let's see what happens. See what it does. Okay, I'll take that. That's all right. Again, in here, let's make a section. Oh, and let's make this a column. Sorry, I forgot to add here columns. Okay. Section, we want a header. I'll have a main, and I'll have a footer. So in the header, let's make a title. So p class title. Subtitle description, and value. I'll hold on. I'll have special plans for the value. Okay, cool. And on mobile, whooshka. Look at this. Makes you want to buy this T-shirt, don't it? Right. So I mean, you can put some long description, lorem ipsum. I'll just copy some text here because you know you want your website to look like something. There we go. So you can type something in here, and to space your content out, you can type in class content. Boom. You get that little space here, and actually, if we do a paragraph here, nope. I think if we remove the header. I wonder why did I put that in there in the first place? Well, I don't know. Yeah, paragraphs will be fine. Yeah. Let's do the footer. Let's do this form here. So let's take this. Let's put this here. Remove this thing at the bottom here, and let's get rid of the cart here. Don't need that. Don't need it. So input, right? So again, because I type it out a lot, I actually know what the syntax is. So you create a field, and field is basically your box for where you store your p control, and control stores an input. And in here, you want to basically say the select thing. One thing with select though is that it has to be wrapped in another select, like so. So field control select, or might be select control, but we'll see in a second. So inside the field, you can also say your label dot actually label, and let's say stock. Not even stock size. There we go. What size do you want? So you see, turning out to be a pretty good website, if I do say so myself. Not bad at all. And again, let's take the label. Let's say quantity. Again, p control, and input dot input, and give it a class of input. And there we go. So I think you can do is narrow, and it will be smaller. No, it won't be. I actually could do with a horizontal form, I think. Yeah, because then we have a lot of space, white space here that we're not using. And that could actually be a good shout. Horizontal form all the way. Let's copy one of these. I know how to type this out, but because I have documentation at my site, I don't need to type it out because I'm lazy and this is how real programmers work. Okay, there's that. Let's copy it one more time. Quantity. Input, I'll take that. And I don't need the whole control thing, so class control. Oh. Ooh. Alright. I dig that. That's alright. And remove the label. Control, do I need a control? I'll just give it a button. Success. Class control. Input. It's an input. Okay. Put it here. Really doesn't like that, does it? Okay. I'll stop playing around with that. And let's put this here and remove the quantity. Should shoot it over here. Cool. And the default value, default value. Let's put 0 here. Cool. Okay. And of course we don't want them to buy 0, so we'll put 1. All right. And on mobile, how does that look on mobile? You can see it drops down into this nice little. All right, cool. I dig that. That's all right. And this full screen. Yeah. Big card component. Let's go into our index page and let's get rid of this big card component here as well. I don't want to see it. Add to cart. Close this. I'll leave it at this here. In the episode after, I'll show you how we can style it. Basically, really what you can do is, let's go in here and let's say, not string, rather boolean, and let's say we can do something like, let's say out of stock, or rather let's start with low on stock equals model product stock. Ooh, that's a point. That could be a good feature to implement. Let's hold hold our horses on that, and I will actually implement that. Okay, but for now, I'll leave it at this. Let's submit here, and we are in our cart. Doesn't look right, this cart, does it? Okay, so what we can do for our cart is let's actually do a class columns. Don't want to do it in columns. That's it. This is what the level is made for, guys. I have realized it. Make a container. Make a div with a level. And again, div.level. Doesn't work. Level. Now level item. And let's do 4. And again, the first one, let's just stick our image in here. Second one, as usual, title, subtitle, stick the name here. Do I get the description? Did I get the description? I did not get the description. We'll leave it at this then. Let's take quantity here. Ah, I know. Stock ID. Then I stock ID. Why not the size and name? I must have been smoking something. Never mind. Let's remove all this stuff here. Take this, put here, push. Sharp interactive. Okay. I'm not doing an F sharp, but okay. And yep, kind of alright. Let's put this into figure image, and is 128 by 128. Almost, almost. Div.column columns, and let's put this all in a column. And let's give this an is 6 and is offset 3. There we go. A little bit more compact. And if we go smaller, it goes like this, and we can hide some of these. So let's say we don't want to see the quantity. We can do something like is hidden mobile. Boom. And on mobile, now we don't see the quantity. So you can control what you see on which platform. So it is a bit of a tight squeeze. Let's actually put an 8 here. Cool. Small component, big card component. I think this is actually, where's this big card component? Is it, I put it on the layout somewhere. There it is. Let's remove it. Cool, small component. Again, small component. We don't need this. We will use this, however, in our layout. And let's put this in our cart. So let's put this view cart component here. Let's take this link and let's go into our components, cart, and small. Let's make this an A. And let's say cart. Let's remove this for each. So cart navigation. Call it cart, and you can use font awesome to put a icon there. Again, I'm not much of a designer, so I am just gonna use a I'm just gonna do something like this. So x quantity multiplied by x dot value is it? It's a string. Okay, so I will go ahead and rewrite this to a string because that's the only thing I'd actually care about. And let's remove this bit. Let's go into our cart components. So view components, view cart component, and let's say if view equals small, return view, and in our get cart, I guess we can do total value. No. Let's do int and value int. Okay, cool. And let's just do value int equals x product value. Decimal. Fine. And let's call it real value. There we go. About real values here. Oh. And again, you get cart http context dot session and our context do, and let's get some of real value multiplied by quantity. So we have the sum here, and this is not yet a string, so I will just do our total value. There we go. And again, I will just pack this into here. Like so, view and return view. Cool. Let's run this. Hey, there we go. So what else do we need? We need this to be a class navbar item. So let's go into here and let's give it this class. Remove this stuff. And let's close all documents except our cart. Let's reopen our cart. Refresh this, and there's our humble cart. Again, I don't like this space, and this should really be an extension function, but I'm not going to touch those. I think extensions are just a little bit too advanced for intermediate. As soon as you learn them, you just start using them left, right, and center, and everything becomes an extension at that point. So cart, admin cart, yeah, that doesn't work because we need this to be just cart. Cool. There we go. So let's go back to main. Let's buy this. Sweet. That gives me a Bulma link. God damn it. I hate the UI. href. Nope. ASP page index. There we go. Okay, nice. So let's grab 2 of these. Okay, so you can see this is more or less working. Cart pretty much styled, really basic styling. I might do another episode where I go into more detail. I'll definitely be doing an episode on this thingy here, but let's keep going. So we're in our cart. I'll make a div. IntelliSense can start working. Cool. And let's give it a class has text right. So I want to align everything to the right. I'll just make one button. I'll give it a class of button, and this one will say back return to shop. Or rather, it's all about creativity with UI. You know, you wanna spice up. You wanna resume shopping, or hey, buy some more. Eh? Let's say is text. Let's add a second button and a success, or rather maybe yeah, success. So checkout. Cool. All right. Let's make these links actually, and again ASP page. This just goes index, and ASP page. This is gonna go to checkout, customer information. There we go. Okay, so boom, nice. Go back to cart. Generally, cart you want it on this side, so you know, I'll stop being lazy. Let's put it there. Bosh. Okay. Checkout. Okay. So this is where I actually wanted to use my big cart component, and let's go ahead into our checkout information here. And you can see the sort of form we have here. I'm pretty sure you will already be able to guess how this will look. So class field, right? Oh, and imagine typing all of this out for it, all of them. P controller, controls. Um, class input. I want label first name, and this is class help is warning. And this is basically how it's going to display your validation. This is your input, your label. Let's give it a class label. Cool. And I'll last name, and there we go. Wash, biggest form you've seen in your life. Button, let's put this in a field as well. And give this a class of button. Success. Submit. Cool, cool, cool. And same as before, let's just apply some stylings with Bulma. So first, let's shrink it. So I think put it in a container. And no, not really, not container. Will a column work on its own? Is 10 shrink? Yeah, it does. So div the columns, and let's give this a 6 here, and let's do div dot column dot is 6, and you know how we have the small component here? We're gonna put the big component here, right? That's right. If you saw this coming, good job. If you didn't, now you know. View default. See default here. Nice. Okay. So let's go to our default component here, and what do I want to make it look like? I'll take a media object, really. Let's take the media object. A lot of stuff here that I don't really care about. So let's say not big card component, but rather a card. And let's give it a p of and class of title. Again, media left will use the best image in the world. This blue t-shirt. And I buy this t-shirt first thing. Media right, don't need that. So content, let's remove all this content. Level mobile, get out of here. Okay, so now let's just make a header, class title, name. Actually, don't dig the header in the, using Bulma. Don't dig the header at all. Title, quantity, and really put another subtitle here. Size, which you can use, which you can get using the stock ID and the title. Don't want to make the price big. You don't want to make the customer realize how much money they're spending. So, and let's say value. Okay. Windows open. Middle mouse isn't working. Everything's breaking. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay. 28, 128. Div dot level. Let's stick this in a level. Div dot level item. Sorry, I want 3 of these. So, right, nice. We can close this, and we can copy this. And after we submit all of this stuff, when we go into our payment, Jesus, want to do pretty much the same. Let's put this here. Columns, column, and this is 6. Okay, nice. So div dot field. Let's put our button in here. So pay, and yeah, plus success. Cool. Let's put this in a field as well. Div dot field. Okay. Credit card or debit card. Card element. Dang, I don't think I need this field here. Cool. Cool. Let's make this a paragraph. Class title. Payment. Time to pay. Cool. Put them on the same level. Pay. Let's do a has text right here. Whoa. Didn't mean to put it there. In this field, rather. Alright, and you probably want to display some kind of a total here. Let's see. Do I get any total here? On get customer information? No, I don't. But pretty much after making yay many services, you should know how to get the total quantity, especially after we get it from this cart here. So yeah, I mean, looks alright. Admin panel doesn't really need styling. I don't think so. General layout, I'd say goodish. Functionality wise, AAA. Jokes, not funny. Sign in. Let's put the sign in on the bottom. I think this was a very long episode, but hey ho, it's styling, and styling really this is an infinite job. So again, let's go into Bulma. Let's take I'll take layout. Oh, layout and footer. Let's go. Hey, oh, we're already Footer is licensed by bloody blah blah blah. Copyrights at shop. Okay. Oh, refresh the wrong thing. Okay, copyrights at shop. Okay. And you can always do something like admin login. Admin login, contact. You can use a level to sort of like have like contacts, about, really making an about page. You should know how to make an about page. This ASP page /admin/index. Okay, so from here, let's remove this. Cool. And there's our cart, and really, let's wrap this in div. Put a container. Nice. So, don't feel too lonely in the corners there. Admin login. There we go. Password, super secure. And now we can see if we are an admin. We have a little thing on our navigation bar. This is pretty much it. Probably didn't give this enough love, but that's what you're here for. I don't want to do all the styling work for you, because styling is really a creative process. So I basically provide you with some basic layout. There's like tons of shop out there, go crazy with it. I really, this is about you expressing your creativity through how the website will look. But yeah, this will be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these, like, subscribe. If you'd like to see me do more styling, which I don't think you do, leave a comment. Any questions, leave a comment. Other than that, see you in the next episode.